Good afternoon and welcome to the capital for the opening weekend of the 2023-24 WSL season. A summer smattering of international football was enough to keep our appetite at bay, but this is what we've been craving. The explosive entertainment of elite domestic football has finally returned, and for the next 8 months, you won't be able to take your eyes off it. Expect the unexpected, predict the unpredictable, but most importantly, enjoy the excellence. West Ham versus Manchester City in the 13th instalment of the Barclays Women's Super League kicks off in just a matter of moments. Pre-season preparations can only get you so far. The real test starts now. Will it be a season to remember, and who for? Will there be silverware for City, or will the Iron deliver a hammer blow to their rivals? Or will both find a campaign of comfort hard to come by? The fans are ready, the players are too. This is what we've been waiting for. Brianne Skinner's first competitive claret and blue team selection includes a debut for new number 9, Riko Ueki. West Ham scored just 23 goals last season, so the deadline day signing will need to bring her exceptional goal scoring record from Japan, better than 1 in 2 for the Hammers this season. No Dagny Brynäs-Dottir today. Mackenzie Arnold captains the side on her 70th appearance for the club. As for Manchester City, their lofty expectations will have to start without the leading sharpshooter in the league, Khadija Bunny-Shaw, not involved this afternoon. Instead, World Cup runners-up Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly front the attack, and we will have a moment's silence before kick-off this afternoon to remember the legacy of Maddie Cusack, who tragically passed away aged 27 just 11 days ago. Maddie, who represented England at youth level, will be sadly missed, and the football community would like to extend its deepest condolences, love and support to Maddie's family, friends and teammates at what is a very difficult time. Players are in a circle around the centre circle, and there will be a moment's silence on the referee's whistle to remember Maddie Cusack. The opening weekend of the WSL has long been awaited. Finally, the moment has come. West Ham United, under new direction, host Manchester City, who hope their direction of travel takes them to the summit of English football once again. Manchester City as well, who haven't done a huge amount of business in the summer. In fact, just one transfer, Jill Roord, who, of course, Arsenal fans will be very, very aware of, as will Chelsea fans, as Her goal scoring record for Wolfsburg against the Blues in Champions League football. Has come up to bite Blues on a number of occasions. She starts in midfield alongside Yui Hasegawa and Diana Castellanos. Kira Keating starts in goal instead of Ellie Roebuck, which is also a big change for Manchester City. The whistle has blown, the ball is rolling, and we are underway in the WSL. The opening weekend has already given us a huge amount of entertainment. How will this game fare? Early start for Manchester City to sweep it down the left-hand side. In their unfamiliar white away shirt with the claret away shorts, matching West Ham United in their traditional claret and blue. There's Alex Greenwood with the armband on. Alana Kennedy had an exceptional World Cup with Australia. Greenwood sit forward looking for Mary Fowler. Here Harvey. Greenwood and Kennedy. Manchester City starting as they finished last season off with a wonderful spell of possession already. Completed the most passes in the WSL last season by some distance as well. Very much a trademark of how this Manchester City side, and Alex Greenwood key to that at central defence. Mackenzie Arnold with the armband on in the place of unavailable this afternoon, Dagny Brunnersdottir, who usually captains West Ham United. Early sighting for Miko Ueki. I'm sure the West Ham fans will hope to see a lot more of this afternoon on her West Ham United debut. Kennedy. Harvey. Slightly overhit by Alana Kennedy, and it will be a throw-in on the far side for Kirsty Smith to take. Kirsty Smith, one of a couple of players who played in every game last season. Now an opportunity potentially for Jill Roord. Harvey. Fowler. Harvey again. Greenwood. Just stands it up towards the far post, looking towards Castellanos, and it will be a corner. Usually having the focal point of Khadija Shaw to aim for is first and foremost for Manchester City in those positions, but perhaps we'll have to mix it up a little bit today. As the captain, Alex Greenwood, jogs over to take this corner. First one of the afternoon. And swing it towards a far post, towards Kennedy. Alexandri can't keep it in either. Credit to that packed out away end on a Sunday afternoon when train travel is certainly not easy at the best of times, certainly not this weekend as well. But they have been in fine voice for their team and potentially going to get repaid early as Roord wants a corner. Not given. Felt that Shimizu had taken a deflection off it, difficult to see from that angle. Mackenzie Arnold being chased down and forced to fire it clear. Can only find Hasegawa, and Manchester City can now retain possession with Uehavi. Kelly. Alexandri intercepted, and now could be an opportunity for West Ham to build something. Ueki challenges Greenwood and very nearly comes out the better there, the West Ham number 9. Hasegawa returning to West Ham United from where she's very fondly remembered, having joined the Citizens last summer. Shimizu. Kiara Keaton in goal for West Ham this afternoon. Ellie Roebuck on the bench. One or two eyebrows raised potentially with that one, given how integral Ellie Roebuck is to this Manchester City side. Harvey can step forward. Mary Fowler on the left-hand side instead tries to sweep the play over to Chloe Kelly and finds Chloe Kelly. It's an in-swinging delivery looking for Lauren Hemp. It's a good punch from Arnold. Roared. Here's Alex Greenwood. Roared in forward on that left side. Little pop round the corner from Fowler towards Harvey, and it's out for a throw-in. It's a brave punch in there from Mackenzie Arnold. Looked like it was destined to find the head of Lauren Hemp. Great work from Chloe Kelly again, picking up exactly as she left off last season. Set a new WSL record for chances created last season. 82 across the campaign. They put that down as one already. Only 6 minutes into this one. Here's Smith. Keating. Hemp, little pop off towards Kelly. Well defended though by West Ham. Sissoko. And Smith. Now an opportunity potentially to step forward towards Ueki, who tried to just cushion the ball into Hayashi. Hasegawa. Greenwood. Lovely switch of play to Alexandri. Castellanos. Sagawa. Harvey into Roard. Now space for Jill Roard to step into. Fowler. Oh, it's a little reverse pass looking towards Lauren Hemp. Well defended by Sissoko and then picked through by Arnold. Tries to release Ueki early. Say with the header. Alexandri. Very used to seeing this patient, possession-based approach from Manchester City, and likewise West Ham will very much know they'll have to do without the ball for large parts of today, but what can Manchester City do with it is the bigger question. Harvey. Fowler. Again tries that disguised pass, it's popped back to Harvey. Good feet from the fullback. Back to Fowler. Greenwood stands out towards the far post, towards Lauren Hemp. Castellanos back into a dangerous area. Can West Ham clear it? Yes, they can. Really well defended. And now the break could be on. Here's Asai. Does ever so well to hold on to the ball. Vivian Asai. Phyllis looking for the overlap of Smith, but Alexandri can win the ball back. Keating. That'll trickle all the way through to Mackenzie Arnold. Cook into Smith. Deflection off of Chloe Kelly for a West Ham throw. Now here's Evans. First real sighting of the ball for Lisa Evans. Tries to find Ueki. Could Ueki be in here? Keating does well. Riko Ueki just looked like she was going to flick the ball over the top of the onrushing goalkeeper, but Keating stood tall and smothered the ball in the end. Again, a positive sighting though for West Ham. Just looking for that counter-attacking trigger almost to allow Manchester City possession, and then when they do get the ball, try and swing things quickly in their favour. Uehabi into Hasegawa. Castellanos. Lovely ball to Chloe Kelly. One-on-one with Smith. Kelly dancing inside. Back to Castellanos. Hasegawa. Back to Dana Castellanos. Good step in though from Shannon Cook. Uehabi. Roared. Fowler. Couldn't quite fall for Hemp or Castellanos in the end, and hooked clear by West Ham United. Castellanos back into Uehabi, who's drifting infield like we see quite often from more inverted fullbacks in modern football. He's playing as a third central midfielder at times. It allows a little bit more space for Alex Greenwood out here as well to step forward, and we know how much of a problem her left foot can cause teams. So thus far, every question asked, West Ham have more of an answer for. 12.5 minutes played. Yet to see a real sighting at goal, but two teams feeling their way into the game. Manchester City with most of the possession. Hayashi with the foul on Castellanos. Honoka Hayashi, another one of those who spent a lot of the summer dazzling on the international stage for their country. Scored in the quarter-final, in fact, for Japan against Sweden. Very impressive in the middle of that midfield for a Japan side who played some excellent football at times. Greenwood. Castellanos, now Kelly. Alexandre goes into the back of Asay and concedes the free kick. Viviane Asay, so important to this West Ham United team last season. Started every WSL game. Only player to do so. Starting very much in Leanne Skinner's plans as well by the look of things. Coach who's still relatively new into the job, only joined the side in July, having left Spurs at the end of last season. Wealth of experience, having been involved in international setups with England and Wales, and of course not the Arsenal setup for a while. But Jill Roord has nipped in, just tried to loft the ball over Mackenzie Arnold after nipping it off of Honoka Hayashi's toes. Feeling she'll be slightly disappointed with that Jill Roord, player of her ability. would have expected to hit the back of the net. There's Rhiannon Skinner. Looking to change quite an unwanted record, having lost their final 9 WSL matches as Spurs manager last season. Only 2 managers in history have gone 10 plus. Be hoping not to join that unfortunate bracket. Well, her team has started this afternoon. She'll be pleased with the opening 15 minutes though. See her first booking of the afternoon. Looks like it's Chloe Kelly potentially, that. In fact, it was Dana Castellanos who will go into the book for just nudging the ball away after the referee's whistle had blown. We've seen that referees are very quick to stamp that out this season as part of a new directive to delaying the restart. So Venezuelan captain Castellanos, whose ability on the ball is not to be questioned. It's her ability of giving the ball away for a different reason that's found her in the book this afternoon. Smith, lovely little nutmeg towards Hayashi, but Alexandri comes thundering in. Does really well as well to flick it inside to Hasegawa. Uyeki is nipped in there. Reverse pass into Asai. Brushes off Hasegawa and holds on to it. All the way back to Shimizu. String up. It's a lovely pass, brilliant weight on it to Evans. Deep delivery towards the far post. Needed to be dealt with by Alana Kennedy and just about was. Hayashi, chance not over. Headed out again by Kennedy. And now Roard with the breakaway. Only Lauren Hemp ahead of her. Threads it to Manchester City's number 11. Here goes Lauren Hemp. Fowler. Important tackle by Stringer. Sam can find Ueki again. Great battle up front between Ueki and Alex Greenwood. Again, seeing the threat that West Ham United do pose whenever they get half a sniff. Evans. Phyllis. Ueki, lovely cushion header looking towards Evans, unable to find her though. Hua Harvey with the throw in. Hasegawa. Broad, Hasegawa again. Keating. Alexandri now stepping in field. Space on the far side for Chloe Kelly. Castellanos all the way back to Alana Kennedy. Fowler. 1 or 2 questions being asked of Manchester City, and just the one summer edition. When you make a summer edition of the impact of Jill Roard, who's got the ball now, perhaps you don't need to bring in as many numbers, but certainly a few players. Hayley Rasso being one of the main departures in the summer. Khadija Shaw today as well, who we know just how important she is to this Manchester City team. 1 or 2 questions being asked. How close they can go this season. Can they push Chelsea and Manchester City, with Manchester United, excuse me, and Arsenal's investment in the summer? Can they still be a part of that conversation and title tussle? Well, Manchester United came through unscathed just about at Villa Park this afternoon after being 1 down before Aston Villa were reduced to 10 players, and a late Rachel Williams winner. So now it's time for the other half of Manchester to react. Here's Chloe Kelly. Wonderful skill from Kelly. Teases a delivery in as well. Oh, looping from Fowler. Just tried to cushion the ball into the far corner. Knew she couldn't lash at it. Instead tried to loop it and just put a little bit too much on it. Credit probably has to go to Lisa Evans getting back in there and doing the defensive work as well. Around the corner from Smith to Assay, back to Smith, and now there's space to run into on the far side. Kirsty Smith. Cries for handball, not given, and scooped clear by Alexandri. Chloe Kelly is fouled by Shannon Cook. Kennedy. Alexandri. Slide pass into Castellanos. Does well. A couple of attempts to clear from West Ham, charged down by Nina Castellanos. Direct approach again from City, only finding the head of Shannon Cook. Harvey with the throw-in. 22 minutes played, still goalless between West Ham United and Manchester City on the opening weekend of the WSL season. Kennedy. Asigawa. Down the line looking for Fowler, and Shimuzu has to deal with it. Of course, first weekend of the WSL season does mean that we have got games coming thick and fast. Also on FA Player at the moment, Arsenal and Liverpool. That was a 2 o'clock kickoff. Also Bristol City, their return to the WSL up against Leicester City. You can also watch that live and free right now on FA Player. Bristol City having a fantastic first half and very much against the Leicester City side that many are tipping to do some good things this season after their recruitment in the summer. See how Bristol City can equip themselves. Still goalless here, of course, between West Ham United and Manchester City. And the final game of the match week to round things off. A big test, I suppose, to find out how far Chelsea and Spurs can go in the final game of the opening weekend of the WSL season. It's a long road, of course, so we won't find a winner this afternoon, but perhaps one or two questions can be answered as to pre-season predictions and who really are the team to beat. Is it still champions Chelsea's to lose? Or can Manchester City and one or two others be a part of that conversation? Here's Hasegawa, flick round the corner for Alexandri. Stepping forward, slides it into Castellanos. Looked like she was going to have to tackle into that there, but instead Uwe Harvey looks to find Fowler. I think he's gone out for a goal kick. As the Australian international Mary Fowler in her second season now in Manchester, having signed from Montpellier last summer. Here's Evans. Castellanos into Kelly. It's a foul, nothing given. Brushes off Chloe Kelly, and now West Ham can try and fashion something of an attack themselves, but Ward can intercept, and once again Manchester City now between Alana Kennedy and Alex Greenwood and Leila Uehabi, happy to keep the ball. Fowler. Roard. Lauren Hemp, but well defended by Sissoko, and Kenzie Arnold can flash it clear. Roard. Castellanos. Now Kelly. Alexandria with a lovely slide ball into Castellanos. Hangs it up towards Roard. Well defended by Shimizu. Hasegawa. Castellanos back to Kelly. Intricate passing from Manchester City. Hasegawa and Kelly combining. Here is Chloe Kelly. Looking for Hasegawa again, but Hayashi steps across. West Ham can't quite play out, but they'll get another opportunity with Hayashi. Now Stringer. Prods it wide to Ueki. Lovely switch of play to Shimizu. Pass intercepted though. Uehabi. Fowler with the overlap instead. Nudge the ball back to her captain, Alex Greenwood. Oh, it's a lovely pass from Greenwood looking for Fowler. Evans does really well to defend against it though, and had to be lashed clear by Arnold. Running as far as Roard. Sissoko fantastically defended, stepping forward. Awa Sissoko flicks the ball over the top as well. Here's Ueki. Very little support, but now Asai is joining her. Alexandria does exceptionally well and wins the foul. Laia Alexandria, that is superb defending. Intercepted, but Hasegawa somehow wriggles away from the press. Here's Hemp. Looking for her Manchester City and England teammate Chloe Kelly, who wins the throw-in. Deep in West Ham United territory. Castellanos. Back into Castellanos. Still going. Sissoko again with a vital interception. Asai fired at her. One or two question marks from the Manchester City players about handball. Nothing given. Alexandria, that is a wonderful chest control. And now Chloe Kelly. Hemp's pointing for it. Kelly unable to get it out of her feet and sweep it across though. Uehabi. Roard. Kennedy. Roard. Lovely little touch inside from Jill Roard. Harvey. Fowler. Deep cross towards the far post. It's going to evade everyone and bounce out for a West Ham United goal kick. 15 minutes until the half-time interval. Still neither team really finding a clear and obvious breakthrough, and a way to test Mackenzie Arnold in the West Ham United goal or Kiara Keaton in the Manchester City goal. The last time these two teams met, it was quite a convincing Manchester City win. Finished 6-2 to Gareth Taylor's team. We've also got a 100% away record against West Ham United in the WSL, winning all 4 meetings between the two on home soil for the Hammers. To be honest, the overall meetings doesn't make much better reading for West Ham United fans. They've lost 8 of 9 WSL games against Manchester City. Their only win against City coming shade over 2 years ago, start of the 2021-2022 season. Here's Uehari. Hasegawa. Reverse pass to thunder it into Fowler, who just pops it off towards a teammate. Now Castellanos. Hasegawa in support, uses Yui Hasegawa. Uehari. Now Hemp, who's come over to this left-hand side for the moment. Lisa Evans does exceptionally well against Lauren Hemp, though. It's a City throw-in. Broad. Hasegawa. Now Kennedy stepping forward. Switch of play for Uehari, who's got a little bit of space on this left-hand side. Into Roord. Little pop round the corner for Hasegawa. Alexandri. Now Kelly with space. Whipped in towards the front post. It's going to fall to Roord, is it? No. Well defended in the end by Hayashi. Now Say tried to bundle her way past Alexandri, but the Manchester City defender stepped in her way and wins the throw-in. Kelly. All the way back to Kennedy. Alexandri. Slide ball down the side looking for Chloe Kelly, but Mackenzie Arnold quick off a line and gather that one safely. Might be goalless here, but it's not at the Emirates. Liverpool 1 up against Arsenal, and in the other game, after Bristol City's dream start, through Carrie Jones in the first half, now 3-1 down against Leicester City. Very much a welcome to the WSL for Bristol City this afternoon. Here's Hemp. Kennedy. Hasegawa had to be quick. Hayashi was closing in. Well defended by Cook. He's going to be forced to concede a throw-in though. Alexandri to the box towards Fowler. Kennedy. Now Hasegawa again. Alexandri. Reverse pass into Mary Fowler. Stands one up towards the far post. It's Hemp with a header. It's going to fall to Uehabi. Looked like she was winding up for a shot there. Thought against it. Instead dishes it wide to Hemp. Lazy weaving running style we're so familiar with from Lauren Hemp. Unable to get past Lisa Evans on that occasion. Well defended by the West Ham number 7. Kelly. Into Fowler. Is it going to fall to Fowler? Well defended by West Ham against Shimizu in the end, who gets it clear. Uehabi is going to strike it this time. It's a good take in the end for Mackenzie Arnold. Stringer. Punched into Hayashi. Evans. Ueki. Space on the far side for Smith, darting forward from fullback. Here is Smith. Tees it into a good area. It's a good claim from Kiara Keaton. Just couldn't find Ueki, who'd made an intelligent run across the front of Alex Greenwood there. Kennedy, 7 minutes. That's whatever the officials decide to add on left of this first half. Stringer concedes the throw in. Greenwood. Kennedy, long raking pass towards Chloe Kelly. It's going to run out of pitch for Chloe Kelly. Unable to get on the end of that one. Be a big test for West Ham these opening few weeks. Home to considered title challenger in Manchester City, and then next week they trip to Brighton and Hove Albion, who've had a fantastic result in the opening weekend, a 2-1 win away at Everton. Elizabeth Turland with both of those goals. Likewise, it's a challenging start for Manchester City to trip to the capital and take on West Ham this afternoon before hosting the reigning WSL champions in Chelsea. Kelly looking for a foul, nothing given, and Smith nearly getting wrapped up in Bit of a cul-de-sac on that far side. He's able to come away with the ball, but her pass is a little bit behind Evans, who unable to find a teammate with her onward ball. Keating. Greenwood. To Rord with a bit of space now. Here comes Jill Rord. Castellanos opens up for Dana Castellanos. Back to Rord. Again, Sissoko in the way. Now Phyllis unable to get the onward pass there. Castellanos gets lucky with a bounce. Great feet from Dana Castellanos. A lovely reverse pass to Hemp. Just unable to find that top corner. Lauren Hemp. Still awaiting the breakthrough here in East London. Evans, charged down by Hemp, wins the throw-in. Hayashi, back to Evans. Looking for Ueki. Hayashi gets the ball and tries to release Asai. Hayashi. Evans. Sissoko. Now Cook. And Smith. Tried to nudge the ball on, but unable to find a teammate, and it'll be a Manchester City throw. Just inside their own half. Fowler. Sissoko just nudges the ball from round. Just dangles a leg round the corner and in the end has to concede a throw-in. Just a little under 2 minutes left of this first half. Still goalless between West Ham United and Manchester City. The goalkeeper been really troubled in this first half. Both teams have been very competitive between the lines, but just unable to fashion a real chance at the moment. Defence is coming out on top. Although Castellanos is trying to change that. Now it's popped out to Rord. Again, Hayashi. Straight into the first touch of Jill Rord and closes the door. Here's Greenwood. Sagawa. Pass from Kennedy is straight out of play. Phyllis. All the way back to Mackenzie Arnold in the West Ham goal. Cook. Play from Shannon Cook. Really good football from West Ham. And now Phyllis starting to motor forward. Evans up against Uehabi. Still going, Evans. Darts in field as well. Uehabi at the third attempt gets a toe on the ball. Greenwood. Looking for Hemp, who looked second best but has won the ball. Now Lauren Hemp Only Fowler for support, instead nudges it in field to Chloe Kelly. Again, chips it on to Castellanos, who lost it towards the far post. It's a good save, and that is the final bit of action of the first half. No additional time that the referee's going to add on. It's finished with a point-blank Mackenzie Arnold save. Not a huge amount between these two teams in the first half. The only time that it looked like potentially there was going to be a breakthrough was just then on the half-time mark, with Lauren Hemp getting in at the far post, but Mackenzie Arnold stood tall, and at half-time it's West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. Rico Ueki, who's looked lively in the first half, looking to hit the ball over Kiara Keating. On the other side, Jill Rord, very nearly Luca Mackenzie Arnold. Mary Fowler unable to keep this one down. Again, Lauren Hemp has been busy and hectic every time she gets on the ball, seems to cause a commotion. Wonderful ability just to drift into spaces and cause real panic whenever she gets on the ball from the opposition. But thus far, nobody has made the breakthrough, and it's goalless. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0.
Excited, would say nervous, but nervous doesn't really suit me, so yeah, excited. We're passionate about what we're trying to do, we know what we're going after, we know it's going to be tougher than it ever has been, so very excited of what's to come.
I'm feeling really excited and curious in the new season to see how far we'll reach with Chelsea.
What excites me about this team is we've had very little disruption to the current squad. Being able to bring in Jill Rord, who's a top player.
We have a new team together, and I'm really excited to see how we can do in this WSL, and looking forward to it.
We've had a good pre-season so far, 7 new signings who are bedded in well. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we're really pleased with the performance levels. We've had some tough games in pre-season, tested ourselves against European opposition.
I think it's going to be a big step up this year, but I think we're riding the confidence of promotion, and we're hoping to really carry it into this year.
I'm looking forward to it. We've obviously got new players in, new manager in, fresh start, so yeah, I'm looking forward to the season starting.
The team goal is to win trophies. Right now we have the cup to give everything for, and the league, so of course we want to win trophies this year.
Team goals for the season is to win. We want to be successful, we want to win trophies. We enjoy winning silverware, so that's got to be the aim. We're in it to win it.
We just need to work and improve on what we did well at the end of last season, compete with the top teams and be in and around it.
If we can be even better in the aspects of keeping the ball, be good at dominating the games, doesn't matter if it's top 4, if it's the rest of the league. We want to have our own identity, and so basically just building on that.
I think it's just building on what we did towards the end of last season. We obviously have our internal goals, but as a team we'll be looking to build on what happened last season. Yeah.
To be competitive, we want to make sure that we surprise teams, and that doesn't necessarily mean in the obvious ways. It means in the fact that we've got ambition, grit, we want to prove our point, we want to play football. And we want to make sure it's exciting for fans, because they've been following us through this journey the last 2 years, so I want to make it just as enjoyable for them again.
Ooh, definitely hard-working.
Ambitious, is that the right word?
Together.
Quality.
Driven.
Funny.
Passionate.
Togetherness is one word.
I think resilient as well.
Relaxed.
Good people.
Passion.
We love our fans, they're great.
The fans should come down and watch us, because we will leave nothing in the tank. We'll put it all out there, we'll work our absolute socks off. So please fans, come and watch us.
We have a good team, we have a team that's passionate. We've got some talented players at this football club, and we're really looking forward to seeing what we can achieve this year.
I really hope that we in Chelsea can put out a show for the fans, play some good football, show some winning mentality, both when it goes good, we want to do it even better, but also when it's not that easy. I think this season will be extremely competitive, and yeah, there's no reason for the fans not to be there.
playing against some of the best players in the world, playing against some of the best teams, and it's our chance to make our mark.
The fans should watch Arsenal because we play good football, we play exciting football, we want to score goals and we want to have possession and dominate games.
They rock Walsall time and time again. The support towards last season was arguably one of the best in the division.
So get your tickets now, guys.
Our fans should look out for every new signing that we have made. Really interesting players with different qualities. So yeah, watch out.
Yeah, we're pleased with who we brought in. What we wanted to do with this recruitment was make sure that we added strength and depth competition for places. We needed goals, so Sophie Roman coming in is a big part of that. We're looking forward to seeing how she settles in.
Janice came in. I think she's very composed on the ball, and then I'd also say Deanne Rose because she's got a lot of experience in the league and she's very quick.
As I said, it's a very new look side, a lot of new signings, but I think that's exciting. We're a new look team, but we're excited to show what we can do.
We've obviously got to 5th spot for the first time, so I think what's different is the ambition and drive from the club is, you know, high from us, and hopefully we can do well this year.
New squad, we lost quite a few players last season. We've also got a new manager, so I think our style of play will change. Maybe the formations that we play within that. Yeah, so quite a few changes.
Last season was a really tough season, but it was almost just about surviving, whereas now we've got a fresh slate, so everyone's really excited to get going.
Davison with the deep cross, nodded down by Carney. Here's Mielder, brilliant goal! Maren Mielder.
Midfield, great shots from just outside the 18-yard box, and City do take the lead.
Through Evans down the right-hand side, they're finding space out on this right. Beth Mead works a shot, crushes it in to the corner of the net. Well, once it arrived at Beth Mead's feet, you really didn't doubt anything else.
Percival's lost it, here's England. Oh, a stunner! Last season's top scorer off the mark inside 4 minutes, and it is a beautiful goal from Bethany England.
It's to be Williams. Oh, how about that?
Good close control by Ford. Here's Miedemar. A howitzer from Vivian Miedemar.
Nicely done by Toon. And then the hit is in magnificently. Olavallia with a beauty to double Manchester United's lead.
Will be mailing, it'll be over the wall, and it'll be in. And that is the equaliser, and it comes from a set piece.
Horton takes it, and Horton buries it. It is a fourth brilliant Manchester City goal. No scuffers or tap-ins here, just utter excellence.
There's her pace, there's her pace. That's it, taking her clear of Eriksson, who cut down on the angle. He gets a shot away, it's a ripper. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 1 it was. And all of a sudden Arsenal are ahead with a splendid Bethany goal.
but Lehman got it back, and there's Daly to sweep it in for two. Debut goal for Rachel Daly, and we have a big shock on our hands here. Put it in first time, looking for Shaw again. It'll drop for Laura Coombs, 3-2. What about this from Manchester City?
Space here in midfield for Neville. Neville will go for goal here. Oh, what a strike! What a goal! First day of the season for Spurs, and it's Ashley Neville lighting things up with a super strike.
Welcome back to the second half of this enticing opening fixture in the WSL season. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 0. Run you through quickly the other games that have been going on this afternoon. Obviously earlier on, Manchester United 2-1 winners at Villa Park against Aston Villa. Brighton and Hove Albion 2-1 winners away from home against Everton as well. Bit of an upset already in the WSL as Liverpool have beaten Arsenal by a goal to 0 at the Emirates. And newly promoted Bristol City scored twice on their return to the WSL, but conceded 4. Leicester City 4-2 winners there. So still awaiting our opening goal here this afternoon, but right on the stroke of half-time, Lauren Hemp coming closest. Point-blank save from Mackenzie Arnold. Doesn't look like there'll be any changes at half-time, so it'll be Manchester City in the white shirt, claret shorts and white socks. Kiara Keating, goal for Manchester City. Leah Alexandri, Alana Kennedy, Alex Greenwood, the captain, and Leila Uehabi is a back four. Midfield three, including debutant Jill Roord, Yui Hasegawa, and the only player in the book so far, Dana Castellanos. And then a front three of Chloe Kelly, Mary Fowler, and Lauren Hemp. As for West Ham, no changes either. Mackenzie Arnold, the captain, in goal, in all claret. And we'll come back to that in a second because it could be a chance. An early one in the second half for Ueki. It's a really good save from Kiara Keating. Miku Ueki, who's looked lively on their West Ham United debut, an exceptional goal-scoring record during their time in Japan for both domestic club and the national team. Aside from Tokyo Verde Beleza. That's the West Ham United team under Leanne Skinner, Shimizu, Cook, Smith and Sissoko back four. Stringer, Hayashi, Phyllis and Evans, and Asei in support of Riko Ueki, the new number 9. Here's Greenwood. Have to be said that Manchester City are a completely different beast without Khadija Bunny Shaw. 20 WSL goals, 31 in all competitions for Manchester City last season. And then the next highest goal scorer is the player on the ball now, Lauren Hemp, with 7. Here's Fowler. To Castellanos. To Uehabi. Greenwood into Fowler. Fleet of foot gives it to Uehabi, back to Fowler. Castellanos has to stretch and prods the ball to Alexandria, who does likewise and gives it to Chloe Kelly. Early delivery blocked by Hayashi. Alexandria back to Chloe Kelly. Alexandria does really well to step away from Phyllis. Now space for Hemp, who's going to try and tease one into the far corner. And it is a moment of brilliance from a player we have come to expect it of. Another incredible Lauren Hemp goal to add to the show reel. Manchester City have a breakthrough. Only 2.5 minutes into this second half. And look at this. Just drifts it into the far corner. It is a beautiful finish. And we were saying when Khadija Shaw isn't in the starting lineup, it's usually Lauren Hemp they turn to for goals. Well, step forward she has, and Manchester City have the breakthrough. So quickly into the second half, how can West Ham respond? Asei. Hasegawa. Little turn inside, now Castellanos. And now Kelly is away. Early delivery, does that hit a hand of Cook? It does, and it's a penalty. Quick, decisive decision from the referee. It's not too many complaints from West Ham United. And in the blink of an eye, Manchester City have a chance to go 2 up. And it will be Chloe Kelly who's taken many a pressure penalty in her career already. This one might not be in the top 5, but it'll feel ever so much as important for her and her teammates at the moment. Kelly against Arnold. It's a brilliant save. What a save from Mackenzie Arnold. The West Ham captain has stood tall. Leaps to her right. It's a fantastic save. This game has really lit up in the second half already. Kelly with the corner. In swinger, Kennedy. Be another corner. You talk about moments. You talk about big moments and big players. Lauren Hemp firstly to give Manchester City the lead, but how important could that penalty save from Mackenzie Arnold prove to be? On her 70th appearance for the club, wearing the armband in the absence of Dagny Brynnersdottir. There's Chloe Kelly. Fired towards the far post. It's going to bobble around. Another good save. It was Leia Alexandria, I think, in the end, who managed to prod it goal bound. Charge down though. Castellanos into Rord, back to Hasegawa. Alexandri. Now Kelly. Whip towards the far post, towards Mary Fowler. It's going to pop out to Castellanos on the volley. Well, they were out first in the half-time interval with Manchester City. A good 90 seconds before their opposition. They've started this second half like they were given a few home truths at half-time from Gareth Taylor. They've looked very much like the Manchester City of old in the second half with their high press and the energy, the excitement that we come to rely upon from a Manchester City side, and could well have been 2 goals to the good were it not for an excellent save from Mackenzie Arnold. I think it speaks volumes about how good the save is as well, because I think the penalty from Chloe Kelly's a good one. Foul throw. Swept wide from Kennedy to Rord, who's interchanged a little bit of Castellanos to swap sides for this second half, playing more from the right of the midfield 3. And Hasegawa as the deeper line pivot in the middle. It's a great tackle from Sissoko. Now what can West Ham build? Asayi. Sissoko still going forward. Asayi's going to ignore her. Asayi. Rord, flick round the corner. Manchester City, can they build something as of a reactive counter-attack? Alexandria instead using a bit of that experience to just slow play down and get Manchester City back into their rhythm. I know you can't tell a huge amount from pre-season usually, especially with a number of the players that have appeared for their countries over the international break and the World Cup prior to that, but City have won all 3 pre-season games coming into this one. Three WSL sides as well, beating Bristol City, Liverpool and Everton pre-season. So very much business as usual from how they ended last campaign. But West Ham, they've had a number of departures. Paul Konchesky, the manager, being one, head coach, and Rhian Skinner's had a bit of a bedding in period, but the first few weeks you usually get to see really how far the team has come, and the evidence of first 55 minutes played, I think a few who were quick to question what West Ham will be capable of pre-season perhaps be retracting a few of those words, because they've defended very well, and through Rico Ueki could have been one up. Here's Jill Roord though, and they are 2 down now. That is magic, and that is exactly why Jill Roord has been brought to Manchester City. A moment of magic, a piece of brilliance. Club record signing from Wolfsburg in the summer, and that is exactly why. A brilliant, brilliant finish. WSL goals and big moments are part and parcel of Jill Roord's footballing career. That's another one, because that is an excellent finish. Manchester City, 2 goals to the good now. West Ham fans will be gutted to have seen her name on the team sheet this afternoon, considering during her time at Arsenal she scored back-to-back hat-tricks in the WSL. One of those coming against Reading, the other one against West Ham United, so they know all too well how much ability is in that number 20. And on debut, Jill Roord is off the mark for Manchester City. Here's Fowler into Roord. Now Alexandri. Manchester City really motoring now. Kelly towards Hemp. Sissoko does well, but it's only as far as Castellanos, who strikes. Kenzie Arnold just asking the question that perhaps Lauren Hemp attempting to get in the way of the quick distribution was not to her liking. Hasegawa. So neat and tidy in possession is Yui Hasegawa. Actually well remembered here during her time in Claret and Blue for West Ham. Keating. Uehabi. It's a lovely ball forward. Sissoko and Arnold between them can deal with it though. Ueki. Seems to have hurt herself there, and a bit of concern for the West Ham number 9. Hopefully it's just cramp, because seems to have very quickly bed into this West Ham United team. Can already see that she is going to be a vitally important player for Rhian Skinner's side this season. A moment to get a drink on for both teams though. An excellent reaction in the second half from Gareth Taylor's Manchester City. West Ham with questions to answer now. How adventurous, how brave can they be? 2 down at home to a Manchester City side who like to enjoy large amounts of possession, like to dictate the way that the game goes and impose themselves on opposition teams. Let's have a look at that second goal though from Jill Roord, a moment of absolute magic. This step over is delightful. Cook can't keep up with her, knows that she can't dangle her leg either, and composure, just to open her body up and slide it into the far corner. It really is a wonderful, wonderful goal from Jill Roord. A lot of people knew exactly what Manchester City were getting, and that is evidence in itself. A player with a huge amount of quality, a match winner. Could potentially put the game beyond West Ham United. There is still time, and unfortunately that is the end of Rico Ueki's West Ham United debut. She will be replaced by Emma Harries, another summer acquisition from Reading, so plenty of WSL experience. Versatile player as well, Emma Harries. Can play all across the front line, even played at wing back in a number of occasions for Kelly Chambers at Reading last season. Looks like she'll play as more of a central focal point at the moment, though, unless Asai is going to go and play that role, and she's going to come over to the left-hand side potentially. We'll wait and see that. Shame that the game has lost a player of Ueki's quality, though. But in Harry's, a very capable replacement. Potentially an opportunity to write her name into West Ham folklore with a debut to remember. She's got half an hour to do so. Here's Stringer. Hayashi under pressure from Hemp. Lauren Hemp very unhappy with the fact that didn't win a free kick, but Hayashi can escape with the ball. Here's Stringer. Stringer. Harries has it nipped off her. Alexandri. Over Harvey. Roord. To Alexandri, who's stepping forward into midfield for the moment being. Lovely interchange, and Hemp just looks to flick it round the corner for Chloe Kelly, but Sissoko equal to it. Stringer. No foul. Didn't look like the referee was going to give one for a second, but Castellanos is not going to appeal that one. Remember, Manchester City's number 10 on a booking. Cook. Sissoko. Harries. Hasegawa. Seems to cover the ground of two players quite a lot of the time, Yui Hasegawa. Wonderful footballer, very rarely gives it away and just has an unbelievable ability to be in the right place at the right time for Manchester City. So important to the way that they balance this team. Kennedy. Good header from Smith. Here's Cook. All the way back to Mackenzie Arnold, who goes slightly more direct, but unable to find a teammate. Here's Keating. Roord. Now Kelly. Another dangerous ball in. Sissoko's up rather than out. Roord with a header. Castellanos. Uehabi concedes the foul. Yashi. Now Cook. Sissoko. Harries and Phyllis. It's been a lot of Evans, but very nearly got there. Keating forced to concede the throw-in. Shimizu into Phyllis. Now Hemp could be away. Chloe Kelly well defended by Cook. String up. Just tried to flick the ball over the top towards Asayi, but Greenwood gets there first. 65 minutes played. Goals from Lauren Hemp and Jill Roord have us where we are. Although Mackenzie Arnold between those two saved the penalty from Chloe Kelly. West Ham still very much in this. Shimizu. Arnold. Now space for Asayi to surge into, overlapping run from Smith. Here is Kirsty Smith, back to Asayi. Stood up towards the far post. Here's Harries. Shimizu. Sigawa. Now Hemp under pressure, but finds a teammate. Alexandri. Yes, Hasegawa. Now Alexandri. Good pass from Alex Greenwood into Alana Kennedy. Now Roord. Great football from Manchester City. Here's Chloe Kelly. Slides it back, looking for Lauren Hemp. Really well defended though from Sissoko. Had to be so alert there and was able to step across, did fantastically well. Hasegawa. Now Fowler. Driving inside, Mary Fowler. Sissoko taking no chances there. Alexandri. Castellanos. Say nips the ball off of Hasegawa. Here's Higashi. Now Smith. Foul from Kirsty Smith on Laia Alexandri. Manchester City looking to change things a little bit. It's Jess Park who's been given some instructions from the substitutes bench. It's Greenwood. Uahabi. Greenwood. Shimizu. Evans, now Stringer. Now Hayashi. Around the corner, and Emma Harry's there. Looked like she was going to get away from Uahabi. And then Uahabi stuck out a leg to prevent her from doing so, wins the foul. Oh, it's a red card. It's a red card for Leila Uahabi. Manchester City's number 15, and they're down to 10. Looked a really innocuous one. The officials have seen something. Uahabi has been given a marching orders. Must have been something off the ball. It looked like the fourth official is the person that's seen it and called it. Didn't look like the referee had seen it initially. Clearly after consultation has decided that it's a red card offence, and Manchester City now, who looked like they were preparing Jess Park, perhaps may need a reshuffle in a different position, because now Leila Uahabi is gone. They're going to have to deal with 10 players for the rest of the game. Straight red card for Leila Uahabi. Now Evans. Can West Ham make the player advantage count? Sissoko in a foot race with Kelly. Does well to win it first. Hayashi. Shimizu. Shimizu's done really well. Under pressure though, Greenwood finds Rord. Nudges it wide for Alexandri. At the moment it looks like Lauren Hemp's playing as a makeshift left back. West Ham with a shade under 20 minutes to make the player advantage count. Harries. Stringer, although unable to get that. And now Mary Fowler can step forward with Chloe Kelly for support. Here is Kelly. Greenwood. So we're being told that Leila Uahabi was given a straight red card for kicking out at Emma Harries off the ball. So that's why Manchester City are down to 10. Smith. Now Evans. A little bit more space on that left-hand side now without Uehabi there. Evans, teasing delivery. Emma Harries with the header. It's a good chance. Perhaps one Harries will hope to have done better with. Good sighting though, good start from West Ham as they try and retrieve something from this game. First change for Manchester City will be Kristin Kasperaj, number 18, replacing Chloe Kelly. So there'll be a little bit of a reshuffle in defence. Kasperaj usually a right fullback. So by the look of it, it will be Kennedy and Alexandri as a centre-half pairing, and Alex Greenwood, who's going to go and play on the left-hand side. So now the Manchester City changes now will be for West Ham United. Number 17, Mel Phillips, will be replaced by Kira Flannery. And the second change, see Abby Lee Stringer replaced by Anouk Denton. Fowler. Sissoko. 15 minutes to play. Denton, first touch of the ball. It back to Shannon Cook. Now Sissoko. A bit more direct on this occasion, looking to find Hayashi, who had taken up an advanced position. Alexandri. Now Ward. George just pops it into a hopeful area for Lauren Hemp to chase, but a little bit too far ahead of a teammate on that occasion. Here come West Ham again. Kirsty Smith has swapped sides as Shimizu has stepped in field a little bit more by the look of things. Hayashi, now Cook. It's a little bit more of an overload on that left-hand side, but now Alex Greenwood's there. That gap left by Uehabi momentarily has certainly gone. Denton skips away from Kasperaj. Alexandri steps across magnificently well though and just shepherds the ball out for a goal kick. There's a ripple of applause from teammates and fans alike on that occasion. Via Alexandri. Smith. Now Fowler. Hemp. Sagawa finds Fowler. Hemp again. Greenwood. Thunderous tackle from Shimizu. Wins the ball, and now Flannery. Alexandri. Right. It's a lovely turn from Hemp. Skips away from Sissoko and racing into a bit of a West Ham United cul-de-sac of players and wins a throw-in for a team. Approaching the 80th minute mark now here in East London. Manchester City 2 up but down to 10 after Leila Uehabi was sent off for a considered kick out. Emma Harries off the ball, which the fourth official and referee deemed a straight red worthy offence. Kennedy. Another Manchester City change. Be Julia Blackstad, who's going to make her entrance to the game in... Not now, apparently. She's been told to hold off for just a second and drapes herself in a bib whilst awaiting her entrance. Here's Anouk Denton. Risa Shimizu. Cook. Thrust forward towards Asai. Hayashi and Evans. Teasing delivery, headed away by Kennedy, who's been imperious in the air so far today. Hemp. Hasegawa. Greenwood under a little bit of pressure from Emma Harries, uses Kiara Keating. Well, Harries has done well there. Tries to slide one across, but again, Kennedy in the way. And now there will be that Manchester City change, and it's Pena Castellanos who's going to be replaced. Already on a booking, of course. Will be replaced by Julia Blackstad. Another versatile international footballer that Manchester City can call upon. They've got so many exceptional players in what is a heavily artilleried roster. Blackstad, a Norwegian international, comfortable playing in a defensive role or in midfield for the last 10 minutes or so. She'll take her places. Manchester City lead by 2-0. Lauren Hemp, the player on the ball now with the opener, a brilliant opener as well. Wonderful left foot finish, just whipping it into the top corner from the edge of the area before Jill Roord doubled Manchester City's lead on her debut for Gareth Taylor's team. Again, another excellent finish. Another left foot into that far corner. It doesn't tell the whole story. Mackenzie Arnold has saved the penalty from Chloe Kelly. There was a good opportunity at 0-0 for Nico Ueki to open the score. And we're just, for a second there, I wondered if that was going to drape in the top corner from Cook. Keating seemed aware of it. Kennedy was very composed. Flannery, Smith, and Cook. Now Denton. Crossed forward. Blackstad into the path of Hasegawa, now Fowler. Back to Julia Blackstad. It's a chase between Hemp and Sissoko. Hemp might get there, does get there, but at the expense of a goal kick. Smile from Sissoko, who, although Hemp did get a boot on the ball, did her job perfectly there. Hayashi under extreme pressure from Hasegawa. Now Shimizu. Forward to Asai. That's a lovely ball. Asai. Took it early, tried to fire it into the near post of Kiara Keating's goal. Viviana Asai was involved in more WSL goals than any other West Ham player last season. 6 and 3 assists, but all of those 9 goal involvements did come within her first 15 appearances. So, second part of the season, a little bit harder to come by the goals for Asai, but an ever-present for West Ham last season. And will no doubt be as important this campaign for Rhiann Skinner. Flannery doing really well, still going. Brilliant feet from Kira Flannery. Now Denton. It's a good ball in as well. Kennedy with the header. It's a good claim from Keating in the end. Kennedy has been absolutely magnificent in the air today. Seems to have won everything that's gone into within a 10-yard circle of it. Keating thumped forward towards Kemp. Denton is equal to it. They're under pressure and very nearly Shimizu nicked in, but Fowler is equal to it. Now Greenwood crossed forward. This time looking for Julia Blackstad. Not too long left on the clock. Manchester City will see this as a very good game management situation that they've managed to restrict any sort of reaction since the red card, and potentially could be looking for a third here with Lauren Hemp. We'll see another change though for Manchester City now. Philippa Angeldal will replace a goal-scoring debut and a fantastic all-round display for Jill Roord. Her return to WSL football has certainly gone to plan this afternoon. An all-round fine performance and a fine goal as well. Philippa Angeldal. Sissoko's header. 90 seconds plus whatever the officials decide to add on remain. West Ham still push forward though, looking for something. Here's Denton. Can she keep it in? Unable to on this occasion. Kasparai happy to see that one trickle out for a throw-in. Kasparai. Denton with the header. Flannery, who's done really well since coming on. Shimizu. Evans. Charge down. Quick feet from Lauren Hemp as well to get out of a difficult situation. Greenwood unfussed in thrusting the ball forward. Does relinquish possession, but in terms of positioning, can't be hurt from not in your own half. There will be 7 additional minutes by the look of it. So still a little while to go, still time for West Ham to find something in this game potentially. Fowler. Keating. A little ripple of encouragement from the home fans here in those 7 minutes gone up. Blackstad. Another throw-in for Yulia Blackstad. Level with the halfway line. Hasegawa. Now Asai. The throw-in takes it quickly, looking for Emma Harries up against Alex Greenwood. Harries wins the throw-in. Smith. Flannery. Sissoko. Shimizu. Quite sure how Manchester City got out of that situation. It looked like Alex Greenwood played a 1-2 with Yulia Blackstad without her knowing, but City have got possession. Keating. Now Fowler. Hemp. Angledahl. Pops it wide now for Manchester City is number 18, Kasperite. Kristen Kasperite. Lovely fleet of foot and then pops the ball in field to Lauren Hemp, who it's difficult to get the ball off at the best of times, but Flannery's done exceptionally well. Kira Flannery has been very impressive since coming off the bench, has made a real positive impact. That will be a bright spark for West Ham United. Can there be an even brighter one in terms of potentially a way back into this game? They've got 4.5 minutes to do so. They are 2 down, but Emma Harries on the chase. Fowler. Hasegawa. Fowler again. Oh, exceptional feat from Yui Hasegawa. That is brilliant. Kennedy. Alexandri. Here's Kasperite. Great feat from Kristen Kasperite again. This is what Manchester City do so well, though. Just keep possession of the football. And that is all they need to do now. 2 goals to the good. 3 and a little bit minutes left to play. Here's Alexandri. Pops it into Angledahl, who's going to strike at goal. It's a good save from Mackenzie Arnold in the end. That one looked like it might have been creeping in the near post. But now, West Ham look to come the other way, but the pass is Unable to be reclaimed by Evans. Blue Moon is being sung out in the away end as Lauren Hemp hustles and bustles and wins a foul against Sissoko. Be a yellow card for Howard Sissoko. Blackstad into Hemp again, but Hemp is offside. Two minutes left in this one. The opening weekend of the WSL season. Arsenal beaten at home to Liverpool. Chelsea and Spurs do battle a little bit later on. Manchester City 2 up here. Manchester United came from a goal down at Villa. Leicester City 4-2 winners at newly promoted Bristol City. Everton beaten 2-1 by Brighton and Hove Albion. It's been an enthralling opening weekend already. Is there a little bit of drama left in this one? Less than 90 seconds on the clock and still a little bit of hope for West Ham, but they need to get the ball back. Angledal. Alexandri. Kasparite. Atalaya Alexandri. West Ham throwing into the final minute. 96 minutes played. Sissoko fires it wide to Evans. Well, the pass is behind Flannery though, and Angledal can hold on to it. Kasparite with the overlapping run, and now space for Kristen Kasparite. Angledal, Hasegawa. And the full-time whistle does go here in East London. And it's a winning start to their WSL campaign for Manchester City. They know there's a lot to do this campaign, but it starts in exactly the right fashion. They had to begin their campaign without their leading goal scorer in Khadija Bunny Shaw, and usually when Bunny doesn't play, goals are hard to come by. This afternoon, Lauren Hemp stepped up as she usually does with a beautiful opening goal, wonderfully whipped into the far post from the edge of the area. And then it was a debut goal from Jill Roord, an all-round impressive performance from the player signed from Wolfsburg for a reported club record fee. She's back in the WSL, she's back amongst the goals. Manchester City are back amongst the points and start as they mean to go on. It's a good victory for them this afternoon. West Ham will be pleased with their performance, but come away without a point to show for it. It's finished here. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2. The first half with few real sightings of goal. This was probably one of them with Rico Ueki, who had a good debut before going off injured. Here's Jill Roord going close as well before right on the brink of half-time. Save of the half from Mackenzie Arnold. Ueki immediately after the restart testing Kiara Keating before the opening goal, and a piece of magic from Lauren Hemp. Look at that. Brilliant, brilliant finish from a player that does that on a regular basis. One of the best in the world, Lauren Hemp, and showing it there. Chloe Kelly wins the penalty. It's a really good save from Mackenzie Arnold. Nothing wrong with the penalty, just an excellent stop from the West Ham keeper. Unable to get to this one though from Jill Roord. What a debut, what a goal from Manchester City's newest star. And here's an innocuous one. We saw Ayla Uehabi sent off for that kick out with Emma Harries. Angledal goes close there as the clock was ticking away, but it is, as you'd expect, Manchester City, who have got a lot to answer this season. They were 4th place last year by their lofty standards, not quite up to their level. They want to go closer this year. They want to go all the way. They've started as they mean to go on. West Ham United 0, Manchester City 2.